going to be making for you a Gaeng Om from Isaan. Now, Isaan is the northeastern region of Thailand, and a region that perhaps a lot of people don't know about cuisine-wise, but I love their food. It's punchy, it's vibrant, it's full of herbs. They're not creamy like some other parts of Thailand, and often they're punctuated by pala, which is a fermented fish sauce, and I love the funkiness of that flavour. It's really simple to do, but you do need to leave the meat to marinate an hour, which we will do, but I'll show you how to get on with it. We'll crack on to start with. So I'm going to first take 4 nice fresh lemongrass sticks. I'm going to cut the ends off, and then I'm going to give them a good bash, and that releases all the good oils out of them. I'm going to also peel off some of the outer shreds. Now, I'm lucky enough to be cooking here in Thailand, where the produce is incredibly fresh. Often if you're cooking abroad, you'll find these a bit woody, so just remove any of the woody parts. And then I'm going to chop these up. Doesn't have to be too finely chopped. And I'm going to pop them in this pestle mortar. I'm going to give them a little pound first, because they're quite fibrous. They're going to take a little bit longer to break down. Then I'm going to add probably 3 or 4 little Thai shallots. Again, you could use banana shallots, maybe just use 2 of those. Those will go in. I want 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, and probably 4 large chilies I'm going to use here. Again, head and tail them, and just roughly chop them. I'm going to start pounding up these other ingredients first, because they're tougher. Always put the hardest ingredient in first and move to the softest one. That's going to make your life easier. And once again, you can use a mini chopper for this if you want to, but I quite like the action and the sort of zen of doing the pestle mortar. Try and get this as fine as you can. Put the chilies in. And along with the chili, I'm going to take 1 of the lime leaves and just roll it up and shred it. Just pop that in. The smell of lime leaves is just wonderful. So we're going to keep on going with this, and we want to try and get it into a paste. Scrape the sides down. It's quite hard work. It's a good workout. That's good. Then I'm going to take this, which is a pala, which is, well, I love it. It's quite pungent, but it's got this funky, delicious flavour you can't really put your finger on until you've had it. And that goes straight in. Then I'm going to take our meat, and this is pork. I like to use pork, but you could use chicken if you want. I've even used fish before, but I really like pork in it. It's about 250 or 300 grams here. And we're going to put it straight into the pestle mortar. And then we're just going to mix it around in this rough paste. And we're going to leave that there to marinate for about an hour while we prep the rest of the dish. So once your meat has been marinating for about an hour or so, you can start prepping the rest of the ingredients. I've got some lovely bamboo shoots here, which I'm just going to slice quite roughly. You can have them finer. I like things quite chunky. We've also got some lovely sweet basil or horapar, which you can use as regular Italian basil if you can't find this. Some lime leaves, some round aubergines or eggplants, and I'm going to take 4 of those and just top them and halve them. If they're larger, you could quarter them, but these are quite small. Then I've also got a couple 100 grams of pumpkin, some pea aubergines, and lots of fresh dill. Now, people are quite surprised when there's dill in this dish, but in Laos, they use it a lot, and Isaan and Laos are very close together. So this is sort of Laotian coriander, if you'd like. Once that's heated up, I'm going to add a little bit of oil, not too much. We don't want anything greasy, because this is just going to have water or stock in it. So I'm going to pour my oil in. Just make sure that gets nice and hot. I'm going to grab over my very heavy pestle and mortar. And I'm going to pop the marinated pork straight into the oil. Now I want to fry this until the meat starts to change colour. You can smell all that lovely garlic, lemongrass. Then I'm going to add about 600 mils of water. You could use a light stock, but actually I always use water for this. Stir that, making sure everything's combined. Then you just want to bring this back up to the boil. If you can't get pea aubergines for this, then do without, or you could actually use a European aubergine or one of the Japanese long eggplants sliced instead if you can't get these ingredients. But they're pretty much available now if you go online or you go to any Asian stores. Right, we've got this coming to boil now, and so now we'll add the rest of our ingredients. I'm going to put the hardest ones in first. So I'm going to put in some pumpkin, just cubed. I'm going to put about 4 or 5 of these in. I'm just going to crush them ever so slightly. In they go. The pea aubergine, the round aubergines, the bamboo shoot, and again bring that back up to the boil just so we cook the aubergines through slightly. Now I'm going to taste, because one of the most important things about cooking any kind of cuisine is tasting as you go. Let's not double dip our spoons, mind you, only one dip, but you must taste, otherwise you really don't know what your end product's going to be. So I'm going to have a little tiny taste. For me, I think that needs a bit more pala in it. So I'm going to pop that in. Then I'm going to add some nampla fish sauce. Then I'll add the dill. And right at the end, as I turn it off, some horapar, which is sweet basil. And I think that's a delicious gaeng om from Isaan. It's time to get a nice bowl. And that